Hey there, David Patiglio coming to you from Streamline Business Solutions one more time. Super excited to show you a very brief video on how to read a financial statement from a very basic standpoint. So pay attention to the next few minutes here. Let me walk you through the financials of an example financial report. And what's happening here is I want you to utilize this as you begin to start seeing things from my team. I want you to be able to understand exactly what you're receiving from us until the point in time when we have a webinar together. So take a few minutes, listen to this webinar, and understand exactly what you'll be receiving from us here in the near future. All right, let's get started. Taking a look at this financial statement, we are taking a look at what is called an P&L, and that stands for profit and loss statement. And this is a report that tells a story. Many people consider it to be a scorecard of how your business is performing. And what is most important is that you pay attention to the time frame in which we're looking at. So this example report says January through December of 2015. Be cognizant of this date because I don't want you to pick up this financial statement and go, wow, we had a great January, we made $500,000. No, that's not the case. We're looking at 12 months worth of data. Now, whether you're in the real estate industry, you're an anesthesiologist, a doctor, a salon, or any other type of small service-based business, you can interject different vocabulary here. For example, this says commission income. If you're an anesthesiologist, you may have anesthesiology income. If you are a salon, you may have haircuts and salon treatments or things like that. But today we're looking at a real estate financial statement, so everything is going to be based on commission income. Now, there is going to be 3 sections of this financial report you need to be aware of. So we'll focus on section number 1 here first. And basically, this is going to be the revenue that comes in the door. Okay, so section number 1 is revenue. You'll know that because it says income. Section number 2 here is cost of goods sold or cost of sale. And that is this little bucket here, section number 2. And then this huge kind of bucket down here is considered to be section number 3, or operating expenses. And taking you back to first grade math, we're just going to subtract a few numbers together. Basically, we're going to take section 3 and section 2. We're going to subtract it from section number 1. And that will ultimately determine a net income, again, profit and loss, or whether this business is profitable or not profitable. In this scenario, of course, we are showing $500,000 of income into the business. Again, don't confuse this with a personal financial statement or anything like this. This is what the business is earning over a given time period. Again, revenue from commissions in this category. Section 2 in this category would be anything related 100% to the revenue being earned. Basically, in order for this revenue to be earned, it costs me this much money. Operating expenses is section number 3, like we talked about, and these are going to be your day-to-day operating expenses, meaning our administrative staff and salaries, 401k benefits, and contract labor. Lead generation will consist of outbound marketing and different costs like this. Occupancy might be the rent where you house your business. Communication and technology could be considered something along the lines of like Microsoft or Dropbox or any software programs that help you run your business. Education and dues will be a category consistent of coaching and training and travel. Automobile is self-explanatory. This talks about your vehicle costs, whether it be repairs and maintenance or car washes or lease payments. Equipment and furnishings could vary. This talks about maybe copier rentals or desks that you purchase for your office. Insurance could be anything from workers' compensation to life insurance, anything along those lines, automobile insurance. Supplies and office expense, this is where your Amazon charges and Walmart charges live. This is paper and pens and recruiting costs, as well as team events and culture awards. And then, of course, last but not least, professional services, which is where your accounting staff will live, your CPA, your IT professionals, your legal team, so on and so forth. Okay, all of these are operating expenses. And the difference between operating expenses and cost of sale is that Section 2 or cost of sale doesn't happen unless revenue happens. Well, guess what? Section 3 is going to happen regardless if you have revenue coming in the building. Meaning if we don't have any sales this month, we still might have to pay the rent on the building, okay? These percentages, once you start seeing them from my team, you'll notice that they are all bouncing off of this $1 million number here, okay? And what's happening is you're just dividing this number into here. But basically this says for every penny or every dollar that I'm bringing in here, $1 million, it costs me 26.7 pennies in cost of sale. So just basic addition there. My team will be sending you different reports. You might be seeing something very expanded, which will basically just give you some different viewpoints on the breakdowns or different headings within the larger categories. So there's your communication technology. Understand it has 1, 2, and 3 subcategories below it. So don't get lost in the details. There is a reason to all of this, and I'm excited to teach you a little bit more in depth. Another report you might be seeing as time goes by here in the startup process is that you'll be looking at the same information, right? Except now we're looking at it 12 months over the year. It doesn't change what you're looking at. This is now January and February and March. Same conversation, different format of a financial statement. Doesn't change the bottom line of what we were just looking at. It just gives you an opportunity to look at 12 different months of the year. If you have any questions on what might be coming or some of the reports that you've already received and you're just not understanding, don't hesitate to reach out. We're always happy to help you, and we look forward to our continued working relationship. Thanks again.